Take a full step back. Remember, protect yourselves at all times. Touch them up. Good luck to you both.
Bernardo Osuna and Timothy Bradley, the International Boxing Hall of Famer. We're getting our first look at Robert Meriwezer, the third. And Tim,
been waiting on this young man.
You talk about the path that everybody takes to their destiny. It's been very different for Meriwezer and Eric Howard, yet here they are on November 8th fighting at the Scope Arena on Top Rank Boxing on ESPN+.
Not gonna lie. Been waiting to see this young man for a while. I've been hearing a lot about him, a lot of buzz from Meriwezer throughout the gyms, out there in Nevada as well. Said he's a tremendous boxer. Floyd Mayweather had him. He was a part of his team.
Get out of there, get out of there, get out of there, get out of there.
They said he sparred with the likes of
everybody. No, you know what? I'm going to give you the names that Meriwezer threw out there. He said Jorge Linares, power.
Yeah.
He said Gervonta Tank Davis, and a lot of people are going to be surprised by this, ring IQ.
Yeah.
Shakur Stevenson, his management of range and distance, and so on and so forth. Devin Haney, he talked about just his overall boxing skill. And he says, I take a little bit from every one of them and I try to implement it in my game. Now, his boxing skill is there, but he's only got 3 knockouts and 7 wins. That's something at 22, can he continue to develop into that? He's actually 19.
I'm gonna tell you no. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, if you know, having power, you're naturally born with the punching power. You know, it's not something that you can just develop over the time. I mean, now you can get better with your techniques and your mechanics and timing, but having that one-punch knockout power, absolutely not. You're born with that.
And someone who believes he's born to be great is Keon Davis, who's going to be making his pro debut on his brother's undercard. Keyshawn will be the headliner tonight. Kelvin will fight in 2 fights. That's the older brother. And Tim, it's not everybody that has Brian Bomac McIntyre, last year's trainer of the year, for their pro debut. That's got to mean something.
Oh, it absolutely means something. But this young man, I found out he's been working with this team ever since his brother's been a part of the three-headed monster group in Terrence Crawford for about 3 years. So the transition has been great for him. And he's had to look at firsthand, looking at Terrence Crawford and the way he trains and the dedication he brings in the ring. You know, when you're around greatness, you know, you typically breed greatness, right? What happens is that the skill development, it happens rapidly. You quickly learn because you're in there sparring against guys that are way more advanced than you are. You also get inspired, motivated as well, because you get to see the nature of the champion and the way he behaves, and you start to adopt that way of thinking yourself. So,
and look, there's different ways that champions act. He said, when you look at a fighter like Terrence Crawford, discipline is number 1. Respect for everyone around him.
Work everything off your jab, up top, down low, okay? But you got to be first, okay? It looks like you slow to me. Yeah. All right, catch this shit and come right back off of it. Give me a slight angle. Use your feet, okay? All right? Easy work. Easy work. All right? You got the jitterbugs out. Come on, it's the first round. Let's go. You got to go dominate. All right, make it easy. Take a deep breath. Look, make it easy. He's slow. Jab, jab, double jab, triple jab. Come back with that right hand. Another thing I see, you count him, okay? Stop just looking for this. Yeah, think sometimes.
Robert Meriwezer, the lead, the father of Robert Meriwezer III, and he said he used to fight in the military. And we also see Emmanuel Flick Savoy in that corner.
You know what I heard?
What'd you do?
They're trying to calm him down. You know, because of nerves. I mean, 19 years old, first big show in a while. You know, been out of the ring for a while. also, this is a huge stage. This is like an audition for him. So he's a bit tight. They can see it, and they're trying to get him just to relax. Go out there and just do his thing.
We talked about how each of these fighters got here in a different path, and Robert Meriwezer III, well, he skipped a grade in school early on. He was able to graduate high school at 16 while still taking college courses. And he graduated early so he could turn pro at just 17 years old. His first 2 fights were out in Tijuana. And Tim, he has a standing 6-year full-ride scholarship to any Nevada State University. So he's got no need to do this, but he's got a passion for it. And his mother and his father are behind him 100%.
Man, everybody can go get a degree. A lot of people can go get a degree. But being a world champion, that's a whole different level. Not many people could say that they're world champion. That's what he's after. You know, the degree is fine. I believe that everyone should go to school. My child, my kids go to school as well. However, man, you get one shot at this, and he's taking full advantage of it, man.
The other side of the story is Eric Howard, who said, the most difficult thing I had to overcome was being incarcerated for 7 years. I was in jail on a 10-year sentence. I got out 5 years. I got out early, but then I had an issue and my parole was violated. I had to go back 2 years to jail. So he's like, I never lost faith in my career as a fighter. The people around me, my wife and my kids kept me going, and here he is fighting for them.
Everybody that enters this ring, doesn't matter their record, they all want to become a world champion. He has a winning record. He's here to win, Howard. And, you know, right now, I mean, he's doing the best he possibly can. You can see the talent disparity between the two. However, Howard, again, he's here to win this fight. He's not going to lay down for Mayweather.
And I think Howard had an excellent first round because of what you talked about, and the corner mentioned to Meriwezer III. Is like he was a little tight. He was a little bit over anxious. He was trying to do a little too much. But now he's fighting within himself, I think, here in round 2. And he lands a nice right. Nice jab, too. Quick body shots from Meriwezer.
I like the way he rolled underneath that shot. Meriwezer was pretty smooth in that sequence right there, setting everything up off the jab. He got the reaction he was looking for. He slid underneath down and went downstairs.
Tim, this is a big night for DB3. Keyshawn Davis, the headliner. Kelvin Davis up soon, and Keon Davis will make his debut. Mark Kriegel is with Keon.
Keon, you don't look nervous.
I ain't nervous.
Keyshawn told me the other day that he won't even spar with you anymore. Is that true?
Yeah, he said that in the gym.
Listen, this is a big night for the family. Obviously, your pro debut. What do you want people walking out of here tonight to be saying about Keon Davis?
That I'm something to look out for. You know, I ain't just no regular prospect. I'm not no regular boxer. I'm coming to bring something different.
You didn't look regular hitting those mitts, man. Back to you, fellas. Thank you.
He is not a regular fighter. He stands 6'3", has a 75-inch reach at 23 years old, and he's fighting at welterweight. Tim, that's a
Thomas Hitman Hearns.
I was thinking that or Paul Williams, right? Like that type of build on a fighter, and we saw how hard Paul Williams could crack. So a big night for DB3, and it'll all kick off with Keon Davis. And Tim, a lot of times the brothers, when they want to be in a special moment, they want to be out there watching. But tonight, Keyshawn said, I can't watch my brother. I have business to attend to. I'm going to relax until I don't have to come to the building. And Kelvin is preparing for his fight, you know, just a few minutes after this fight ends. So
yeah, it sounds sweet, and then when you really look at it, it's like, hey, I got business to take care of my own. So you know what, bro, you need to go out there and handle your business, so that way it'll make my business be a lot easier. Because if you lose, yeah, exactly, it's gonna do something to me psychologically. So
it does set the tone, and we've seen that happen with other brothers who fight, and it's like some guys say, I want to be first so I can get it done and over with, and another guy's like, I want to be second so that I can just get all that tension out. But man, it's got to be really a tough dynamic to be watching your brother step into the ring on the same night that's supposed to be your big night. Nice body work there from Meriwezer here in round 3.
Meriwezer is now sitting down in his shots. He's not moving his feet a whole lot. You know, he's looking to sit down. He's looking to hurt his opposition. That's what professional boxing is about. It's not about point fighting. That's what the amateurs are about. It's about hurting your opposition. Power shots, effective punching. That's what the judges are looking at.
And Meriwezer did exactly that last time out against Johan Mark Alimain.
Ooh,
he
breaking him
stopped
down.
him in the 4th round, and that's what he's trying to do here against Eric Howard, digging downstairs, Tim, and making each punch count.
It's great to see a young fighter dig downstairs. It takes him a while, especially coming from an amateur circuit, to be able to dig downstairs like Meriwezer is. You know, you can tell he's working a whole hell of a lot inside that gym. And again, he's gained so much experience from sparring all of these fighters, these top fighters in the game.
Get out there, get out there, get out there.
Hey, look who else is here, also wearing the DB3 gear. It's Shakur Stevenson, fresh off of hand surgery, ready to get back into the ring. But Tim, we talk about the brotherhood that Shakur has with Keyshawn Davis. He also has it with Keon and Kelvin and Bud.
Yeah, you know, they all support one another. They all appreciate each other, and they all come out and support. Look at that. That's nice. And Abdullah right there.
We got great action going on in the ring where Robert Meriwezer is shining early on in this fight.
I like how comfortable he is inside that pocket. You know, I was thinking that he was going to be a fleet-footed boxer moving around like almost like a Sugar Ray Leonard, but he's showing that he can make adjustments and that he can fight at any quarter inside that ring. Inside the pocket, outside, mid-range. But look at that body work. And if he continues to go downstairs, this fight go in. It's going to end. You're already starting to see Howard bending over, trying to tell you.
Well, referee Malik Walid said that's a low blow, and I would love to take a look at it, whether it was low or on the belt line.
Keep him up.
Halfway through this fight, let's take a look at just how low that punch was, Tim. Was it on the belt line or was it a low?
Oh, we about to check it out right now. Step inside, boom, on the belt line. That's a fair play. That's fair go. That's game. All game right there. On the belt line.
Daniel Dubois on line 1 saying, what?
What? Talk to me. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
He's saying the body work is hurting, coach. That's what he's saying. He said, talk to me.
Then you got to really work that jab. You got footwork, turn him, work the jab. Have fun, E. Hey, not what you ain't got. What you got, baby. What you ain't got, you ain't got. What you got, baby.
You see, you know what I see when I'm looking at him in his eyes? He's saying, I don't know if I want to go back out here, man. That body work he landed on me is vicious. I tell you guys all the time, I'd rather get knocked out with a head shot than a body shot, man. Trust me, Howard right now is feeling that body work that's coming from Meriwezer.
Say you'd rather get knocked out. You never were knocked out, brother. To the head, to the body with those 12-pack abs you had. Nobody was dropping you downstairs.
No, and I got muscles on top of my head too, right on the side.
I see it. Yeah. They're still there.
Ooh, nice hook.
You know, Eric Howard before the fight says, look, I know he's a real good fighter, but I don't think he has his man strength yet. We're going to send him back to where he came from. They picked the wrong guy. Well, this is the moment to prove it, and he's got to let his hands go.
It was a head clash right there that kind of got Meriwether's attention. He didn't like the way it felt. He stepped back, trying to regroup. And you see Howard just coming forward now, being aggressive, trying to take advantage of just, again, the inactivity right now of Meriwezer.
Nice body shot again from Meriwezer. He understands, look, I got a 34-year-old fighter in the ring with me, and I'm going to continue to dig downstairs and break him down. Take his willing him down.
Good jab.
Short left
Work
hook
clean,
from
work clean.
Meriwezer.
No hold it.
Shortening up his shots here in the 4th round is Meriwezer. And Howard trying to make it a rough fight, Tim, coming in with his head first, you know, trying to hold.
Of course, he's doing anything again to try to get away from those body shots, and again to keep Meriwezer off of him with any type of offense. On the outside, he's getting beat to the jab. He's too slow. To be honest with you, I want to see I want to see if Meriwezer, if he can relax a little bit more. It just seems like he's a little bit too tight with his punches, man. A little bit too tight. Off the mark as well.
Nice left hook from Meriwezer out of several body shots.
Switching southpaw momentarily right there as well. Just taking advantage of the position he was in.
There's a nice right hand from Howard. He's going to keep coming forward.
Yeah, see, that's going to Meriwezer. That's the problem. You know, moving forward. I'm going to tell you right now. When guys, of course, he'll get used to dealing with pressure. He'll figure out ways, different tactics and different techniques to deal with pressure. But again, when you don't have that punching power to keep your opponent off of you,
that's going to happen.
That's going to happen. Absolutely. And it's going to get rougher and rougher every time he steps up in class.
No punching.
Look, if Gustavo Lemos watched Madueno's fight against Keyshawn Davis, he knows what he needs to do tonight.
Exactly. My point exactly.
Put him to the test.
Put him to the test.
In our main event. All right, 4 rounds in the books. Robert Meriwezer against Eric Howard. This is where Eric Howard is trying to rough things up against the younger Meriwezer and put him to the test, Tim.
Oh, he was throwing a right hand. Kind of lost his balance right there. Coming up with his head as well. Again, just being dirty. And then he disguised it, too, with a combination afterwards. And you see Meriwezer. Oh, here's some body work by the young man. I actually like this body work, especially, you know, he only has 7 fights, people. 7 fights. Had an extensive amateur career, but when you're going downstairs, you're breaking down your opposition again. You're investing in that body again to take the steam off your opposition's punches and also to take that stamina away from him late in the fight. He's hoping that will help him later in this fight. So we'll see. I mean, as far as right now, Howard looks like he's okay. He don't look like he's oh, dang, is that Michael Vick?
Yes, sir. Michael Vick.
Wow.
Number 7, former Atlanta Falcon, just from down the road here in Norfolk, Virginia. I mean, that man changed the way quarterbacks played. He still holds the record for most yards, although it's in jeopardy right now because Lamar Jackson is just under 400 yards away. And Michael Vick, wow, great to see him around.
Back in the head. Stop.
3 Pro Bowls, 2010 Comeback Player of the Year, #1 pick in the 2001 draft. And I mentioned Lamar Jackson is just trailing him by 313 yards to catch up with the 6,109 yards that Michael Vick gained on the ground. And boy, could he sling it too, out of Virginia Tech.
You can see again where he's learning different tactics and different things inside that ring. Meriwezer was actually had some head control right there. Again, pushing down on the neck and the head of Howard. Again, taking some steam out of his legs by doing that, and also
nice right
controlling his head, not allowing it to come up and hit him in his face.
Howard landed a nice overhand right there. Meriwezer just can't get complacent here.
That lead hand is down. That's the reason why he's getting hit with those right hands.
Something that needs to be worked on in the gym.
Yeah, and then also when he's hitting, Meriwezer is hitting, but then he's just stepping back. He's not following up on his attacks. I mean, there's so much offense for him to be able to land. See, that was a clean escape right there, but nothing coming back off that move. That second move he does. You see the counter? He moves in a different position. His opposition is right there in front of him. Let his hands go from that position.
Yeah, you know what? He would be well served to watch Rais Salim and just how well he worked the fight before.
Exactly, the transition.
Just got a momentary transition from southpaw to orthodox, and now back to the right-handed stance from Meriwezer. It's just an opportunist move, right? It's not like he's setting up to be southpaw. It's just he happens to be in that angle.
In that position.
Ooh, right from Howard, and the Meriwezer response there.
Work clean.
Nice inside work. You see that head control right there. Pushing off just to get distance from Meriwezer. So those are small, subtle things on the inside. I mean, you don't see that from a 7-0 fighter. Again, that stuff learned from being in the gym with world champions. Sparring the likes of Tank, Devin Haney, Shakur. I mean, all those guys, they contribute to what you're seeing right now.
You know, one name that keeps popping up, Tim, is Linares. How much respect a lot of these young fighters have for Jorge Linares?
Skill. He was very skillful. Yeah.
And he could crack.
Listen, you're letting him outwork you, okay? You're letting him outwork you, trust me, okay? You gotta trust me. You just gotta let your hands go, all right? You just gotta let your hands go, all right? When you slip, go to the body, come up top. Jab, jab. I want you to let your hands go.
We're about 5 minutes.
Everything
Keon Davis making his way to the ring, but what's this moment like before your pro debut?
Boy, you wanna know?
Yeah.
Mine, I was scared as hell. I mean, I was scared out of my mind, dude. I mean, look, when I'm going back to when I was fighting, right?
Wristband, we're gonna start kicking you guys
I had to scream before I went out there, because you got to think about it. You got the small gloves on. You know you about to get hit by that. It's your first time under these bright lights. You got thousands of people watching in the arena. It's a different feeling, man. It's a lot more pressure than any amateur fight that I've ever fought in my entire career. So he is scared, he's nervous. However, I think he's prepared. Once he gets out there in the ring and get in his element, then I think he'll relax. As soon as that bell rings, all those nerves will subside and go by the wayside.
Keon Davis is in charge of setting the tone for DB3. The entire family. Kelvin will be fighting 2 fights later against Jais Solano, and then in our main event, Keyshawn Davis against Gustavo Lemos. Not only that, Tim, the sisters will be singing.
It's a family affair.
The national anthem for the main event. So we'll also have that as part of tonight's show. Keyshawn said, man, I might even shed a tear going into this fight, because it's just, this is what he worked so hard for, not only to open doors for himself, but also to for his brothers and now his sisters, who will be singing the national anthem.
Don't push it. Work clean.
Love the physicality in the inside by Meriwezer. Nice stab jab downstairs. Small little shots. He's not opening up, just being real accurate and precise with his shots on the inside.
All right, tonight's co-main event will feature Troy Isley taking on Tyler Howard, a fighter out of Crossville, Tennessee, 20-1. Mark Kriegel will tell us the story of how Tyler lost his mother and had to step away from the ring for the last 11 months, and how cathartic training for this fight has been for Tyler Howard in his grieving process, as he and his father have become closer than ever, trying to recover from the loss of his mother, Sanella.
Howard better start putting some offense together. You see the confidence right now coming from Meriwezer.
Look, arm punches now from Howard. The conditioning has been waned from him with that body work that Meriwezer has been so consistent with from the jump.
Yeah, he has. But again, that power, you know, I mean, he's 19 years old. Yes, he'll gain a little bit stronger again, but I don't think he's going to be ever a serious puncher. It's going to be more of an accumulative. He's going to have that accumulative effect where he has to build on his offense and, you know, catch his man when he at least expected, or a punch that he doesn't see coming.
About 15 seconds left in this, our second fight of the night. Robert Meriwezer III, nicknamed King, pushes down Howard. That's not an official knockdown, and Malik Lead, the third man in the ring, immediately recognizes that. Should be a victory for Robert Meriwezer in his Top Rank Boxing on ESPN Plus debut. What'd you take away from it as we take a look at some of these highlights?
Meriwezer, stamina. Stamina got to improve. Could be, you know, the layoff, been off for a minute. However, stamina, I would say, speed of attack, he can definitely improve in that. I love his accuracy. I love his inside work. body work as well. I would say work on transition as well, from offense to defense and then back to offense again, to be able to shut your opposition down, systematically take everything away from him. I felt that he left a lot of food on the table. You know, he was more counters that he had, more opportunities. But again, I mean, he's up against a lot right now. You know, new promotional contract he's looking for. He's 19 years old. This is his first big show in a while. You know, this is a big stage for him. So you factor all of those things in there, I think he did pretty well tonight. He showed me that he is skillful enough. But if he goes back, work on a few things that I just talked about, I think he'll come back even better next time.
And you see just how much effort Eric Howard put into this fight. Maybe on his way to his third professional loss, but there's something to be said for his toughness, Tim. He's never been stopped against his losses against Caipo Gallegos and Jeremiah Lewis.
Did he hurt it? It looked like he's grimacing. I don't know what it is. Did he hurt his hand, or is it from the body work? I'm not sure what it is. I don't want to guess, but you can see he's in pain right now.
Well, Robert Meriwether's not in pain. He's enjoying what he expects to be his 8th professional victory. 5th time he goes the distance as a professional. Longest fight has been 6 rounds before this fight, so he's back to 6 rounds again, and Mark Chinook has a decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds here inside Scope Arena, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision. Steve Weisfeld scores the bout 60-54. Mark Datilio and Chris Flores have it 59-55. All in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, King Robert Meriwezer III.
Solid start for Robert Meriweather III with the